What's up, YouTube? Today we are talking about the best pre-workout supplement. And also, by the way, it's day 11 of my 30-day challenge to post every day here on YouTube. I just got a question on Twitter what my favorite pre-workout supplement is, so I want to answer that. If you have questions, tweet at me at SYATTFitness, and I'll answer your questions over the next 30 days. When it comes to pre-workout, or any supplement, or any workout, anything, you always have to go back to, all right, well, what is the purpose of it? Like, if you get the optimal result, what does the optimal result look like? And for pre-workout, it's really just giving you more energy, helping you feel better, be more energetic, being able to go to the gym more motivated to lift. Pre-workout, generally speaking, they'll put a lot of extra stuff in it, mostly as a means of marketing, right? So they'll put different vitamins in it, different supplements, whether it's creatine or beta-alanine, different supplements within the pre-workout, basically as a way for them to say, hey, this is in here too, not necessarily because it's actually gonna do anything. Usually the amount of creatine that will be in a pre-workout supplement, for example, is not enough for you to actually get any benefit from it, especially not if you're not taking creatine on a regular basis. This is one example, but creatine is one of those things where you don't get the full benefit unless your stores are saturated. So just to take a minimal amount in a pre-workout, it's not gonna do anything. You actually have enough, you have to have enough in your stores for it to make a difference. So keeping in mind, pre-workout, all the extra stuff, like the creatine, the beta-alanine, the vitamins, all that stuff, like it doesn't do anything usually in the amounts they're giving you. The major point of pre-workout always comes back to giving you more energy. What is gonna help you? So if you're working out early in the morning and you're really tired, if you're working out after a long day of work and you're exhausted and you're not really feeling energetic, the best pre-workout is going to give you enough energy to have a fucking awesome workout. And that's really it. So with that in mind, what's gonna give you enough energy, the most energy, without making you nauseous, without making you feel sick, without getting too hyped up. And that's another important thing to remember is like you don't want it to get to a point where your heart's going too fast, where you're getting heart palpitations, you feel uncomfortable or nauseous, and that level is gonna differ for every person. Some people will function very well with like a lot of energy, like really hyped up on caffeine, something like maybe a lot of beta-alanine, maybe a lot of caffeine, a lot of vitamin Bs. Whereas someone else, they need a lot less. And if they have too much, like they get nauseous, they get sick. So you have to find that range where you're gonna function your best. For me, my best pre-workout is coffee. It's very inexpensive, just way less expensive than a pre-workout you could get at any supplement store. And it does the same thing for me. Like the caffeine is plenty for me to have a good workout. And that brings up another point of like, some people love working out really hyped up. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people that really likes to go to the gym and actually stay calm. And it comes from my powerlifting background of very like high level competing as a powerlifter, not wanting to get too hyped up in the gym. I wanted to save getting hyped up for competition. So I think that changes my approach a little bit. But if you're one of the people who you really like to get really hyped up and go to the gym and like get really crazy, the best thing you can do, you might even be pissed at this recommendation, I don't take any pre-workout supplements because they're very expensive and that's not worth it for me on that investment. But keeping in mind, if we're gonna go back to the major purpose of it, you don't need something with like a lot of extra fluff in it. The best one is whatever one you can afford, you like the taste, it doesn't have a ton of extra calories, and it gives you energy and makes you feel good. Also, I think really important to be aware of is whatever dose you're taking. If you're taking half a scoop or 1 scoop of whatever your pre-workout is, eventually that's not going to produce the same result, and you're gonna need more and more and more to get the same effect, to get like the same energy effect. Your body will adapt to that amount. So from my experience, whether it's like when I was younger in high school and early in college, I would take some pre-workouts. Cycling your pre-workout like once every couple months. So like you take one for like 30 to 60 days, and then you can either go off it for 30 to 60 days or switch. But there is something to be said for not continuously doing it over and over and over and over again every single day, because the results will wear off. So it's almost like I try and treat a really hyped up workout as like a gift, And if you're gonna use pre-workout consistently, I would have training phases where you use it and training phases where you don't. Month on, month off, 2 months on, 2 months off, 2 months on, 1 month off. Try and take at least 1 month off every now and then, because it will, you will get that newbie effect once you start taking it again, and you're not gonna adapt. So that's probably my best recommendation, and also remembering you don't have to spend a ton of money on it. They're not going to make your muscles bigger. They're not gonna make you so much stronger. All it does is it gives you more energy so you can perform better, which then might actually help muscle growth and muscle strength, because you're able to perform better rather than dragging, rather than staying in bed and watching Netflix, whatever. But they don't inherently make you stronger. They don't inherently make your results better. It's just a lot of times the extra motivation and energy that comes with it, which will then lead to better results. So if you're struggling with energy and struggling with getting to the gym and struggling with really pushing yourself because you're tired, go to the local vitamin shop or go on Amazon and look up some pre-workouts that are relatively inexpensive and try some out. Jack 3D, I know, gets a lot of really good reviews. I have tried that and I got wicked hyped up. I think with an ex-girlfriend 3 years ago, I think she used one called Volt. That's what it was called. It was this weird pink one. It tasted awful, but I remember it did get me really hyped up. There was a lot of beta-alanine in it, and it would get skin tingly, so I didn't really like that at all. But give it a shot. Start with coffee. That's my favorite. Coffee is I'll have an espresso, maybe a double shot of espresso before I work out, and I'm good to go. So Summit Substance, you don't need it. It's not necessary. It's not gonna change your results or do anything magical, but it will give you more energy. And if that's something you need, give it a shot. Hope this helps. Any questions, tweet at me at SYATT Fitness. I'll answer them over the next 30 days. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.